Now question number 7. This one is still, we can do it two ways, but I will explain only one. The only one way I'm explaining is the prime factorization, but you still always can make the multiplication. So still we have 204, which is the even number, so we can try 2. So 204 divided by 2 is 102. And now we circle the prime number. And now when we look at this 102, it's still even, so 2 again. So 102 divided by 2, we get 51. So circle the prime number. Then the 51, most likely people may stop right here, and then some of the choice in the test, people chose B, which is not correct, and it will be wrong because you see the 4 is not a prime number, so that's not possible. But when we see this 2 and 2, the only choice we have is this one, because that's 2 times 2. So I will keep on factoring, and actually you will know that's the only correct answer, which is D. So I will keep on doing it. 51, I will try the next prime number because it is an odd number. So we choose 3, and then 51 divided by 3 is 17. So at this moment, even if you don't know the 17, if that's a prime number, you still can circle the 3, and in the choices, there's no bigger number than 17, and then there's no more. If we take the 17 divided by 3, it's not divisible, so that's the end. So let's write the string. The string is 2 times 2 times 3 times 17, and the prime factorization with exponent is 2 to the second power times 3 times 17. And that's the end of this question, so that's the only choice. Question 8 should be the easiest question in this test because it says the expression 3 to the second power times 7 is the prime factorization of one number. So we just need to multiply this one out and then see which of the 4 choices matches that product. So just do this by PEMDAS, but it's only an exponent and multiplication. So we do exponent first. 3 to the second power, which will be 3 times 3, give us 9. And then 9 times 7 will give us 63. That's the end. Now we're getting the hardest question for this whole test, because this one is a prime factor. This one is a PEMDAS, but we have decimals in there. So still, whenever we have this, we need to have a tower. Now let's check. Do we have parentheses? Yes, we have. So be very, very careful. You need to only circle inside the parentheses. So copy the rest. 31.5 divided by 4.5 times 3.2 minus. And now inside parentheses, we have 10 divided by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And we still keep that exponent sign on the top because that's outside the parentheses. Now let's check the new expression. Do we have parentheses? No. Do we have exponent? Yes. So this is the next step. Do the exponent. Copy the rest. 31 and 5/10 divided by 4 and 5/10 times 3 and 2/10 minus, now 2 to the second power is 2 times 2, which gives us 4. Now, provides the division and the multiplication here. We know that if we have no sign, that is a multiplication. So we have division and multiplication here, which should go from left to right. So left is the division. So do the division first. Now I'm going to do it. This is a very hard division because we have most of the mistake happen here. So now we have 31.5 divided by 4.5. The first step, as we learned before, we need to change the divisor into a whole number, which will be 45. And then, since we moved the decimal point to the right on the divisor, we need to do the same thing to the dividend. So inside, we're going to get 315. And now, because we have 45 outside and 315 inside, I am going to take the 4 go into 31. I will try 7 because 7 times 4 is 28. So let's try that. 7 times 5 is 35. And 7 times 4 is 28 plus 3. We're lucky. We have no remainder. So after the multiplication, we get 7. And then we still have that times 3.2. Copy the rest. Now, multiplication and subtraction, we do multiplication. So multiplication first. Now 7 times 3.2, I will not do it step by step. It will give us 22 and 4/10 minus 4. It was a pity. I have so many of you which already got this step, but you do the subtraction wrong. So let's look at here. So now what we do is 22 and 4/10. Now minus 4. 4 is a whole number, so that whole, it will stay here. And then behind it, we can put a decimal here, and then behind it, we can put a 0. No matter how many. So now 4 minus 0 is 4. We keep the place of decimal. 22 minus 4 give us 18. And that is our correct answer. Now let's get to our next question. The last question is a word problem, but they already gave us the expression. So if you don't have enough time, you just skip the story and then go to the expression. But if you have time, please read together. Angela had a bag that contained 14 oranges. She put 3 of the oranges in her brother's lunchbox. She put 2 times as many oranges in the refrigerator as she put her brother's lunch box. So that in this sentence, we will know that the orange to the refrigerator is 2 times 3, right? And now she used the rest of the orange to make orange juice. So the rest out of the 14. So now, based on the expression below, how many oranges did Angel used to make orange juice? So let's look at this. We have still a tower. Pam does. And we still start with parentheses, which is inside. Now copy the rest. Inside the parentheses, we still have 2 operations, plus and multiply. So do we do multiply or plus first? Of course, the multiplication. So this part first, copy, rest. Now 2 times 3 is 6. And now we need to look at the inside parenthesis. It's just the addition, so we're going to do that. So copy, 3 plus 6 is 9. And now 14 minus 9 is 5. So this is not a hard question. One more thing I wanted to remind you is about the little grid. So when we graph this bubble sheet, we need to be careful. The 5, if we have no sign, that is positive. So we're going to graph the positive here. And then, because it's a whole number 5, it must be before the decimal. So the 5 will stay here. So we graph this one. Okay, make sure you know how to bubble the bubble sheet, and then that is a very critical thing when you are in the ECA or STAR test.